Welcome back to the Scatterpot podcast. There's only two of us again today, but we have some great topics, I believe.
Yes.
Especially one that happened as of late.
The bees.
Yes.
Yes. Biggest news story of the week.
The Bee movie 2, yes.
Dude. Oh my gosh.
They have to do it.
No, they can't. Like, because you gotta realize. Do you know the story of, like, how the Bee movie was made?
No.
Oh, wait, first off, I'm Kanan.
Oh, yeah. I'm David.
Yeah, let's pretend we have some structure here. So, like, the story of the Bee movie, this is 100% true. They asked Jerry Seinfeld, we want you to make a movie. And he said he just kind of winged it. Like, he just kind of came up with it as he
Golly.
went. Well, and he said, like, because he had no idea. They just said, we want to make an animated Jerry Seinfeld film. And he came up with Bee Movie. And he just sort of kept going. And
yeah.
And it's like, that's it. Like, he just kind of did it.
The movie wasn't too, like, wacky or wild.
Hold on. Do you not remember how that movie, like, ends?
Then they land a plane like a bee. That's all I remember.
Well, okay, so, like, first off, there's the court. They go to court for the honey selling.
That was great.
And then the bees win, and then the world spirals out of control from no honey.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to land a plane.
The last flowers in existence.
Yeah.
Or on a plane. You would think that maybe there was some urgency about that, but I guess not.
You like jazz?
You like jazz?
No, something that was funny. You know the game Heads Up, the phone game, where you put the phone on your head and you, like, go up and down?
Yeah.
And we were playing with someone, and we were playing celebrities. And Jerry Seinfeld came up, and everyone just started screaming, like, "What's the deal with," like, and stuff like that, and she wasn't getting it, and I went, "Everyone, shut up! You like jazz?" And she got it immediately, and I'm like,
there you go.
There you go. That's how you win at life. just reference Bee Movie and Shrek whenever you get the chance. Because everyone was, like, doing jokes of his, and no one was getting it. So it was like, he drives around with celebrities and get some coffee, and just nothing. And I was, everyone quiet. You like jazz?
There you go.
And that's all. Literally, that's all it took. There was
one reference. 2 words. No, wait, 3 words.
Yeah.
Because do you consider your 1 word or 2 words? Like conjunctions, do you consider them
Conjunction? 1 word. I consider them 1 word.
I think they're 1 word.
Because Microsoft Word and Pages think it's 1 word.
Well, I guess there you go.
Boom.
That's
is water wet? Yes.
Yes.
No. Yeah. So. Yeah. You know what? I actually honestly hate conjunctions.
I think English is the only language that does that.
I think you're right. But, like, the thing is, this is why I hate conjunctions. Because when you're, like, elementary school and middle school, you were treated, these words were treated like they were the holy grail saving you time and energy.
Oh, yes.
Because they were like, you got 2 words?
Boom.
Boom.
You are, bro. Y-O-U-R.
E.
Yes. Even today, people still don't.
Get that. What I was gonna say about what I was gonna say about them is that then in high school and college they're like never use them.
Yeah, they're like on official papers.
On official papers, never use them.
It's like, what?
It's like, what are these lifesavers or like the plague? Which one?
Yeah, you want 2 extra words? Fine, here you go.
And so instead of saying, like, I cannot, it's like, I lack to find the ability to do.
Yeah.
Like, I love those memes.
The motivation that is within me
is
lackluster due to my frivolence and
Yeah,
incompetence as a human being.
Now, you mentioned your. Do you do people still really mess with
I
like
think
get that
they
wrong?
do, dude.
Like, because the thing is that back in like middle school, I made the mistakes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not really with theirs.
Yeah, theirs is relatively.
Because theirs, it's just there's only two versions of there, right?
There, and there.
Oh well, they are, yeah. But who uses they are in a sentence?
They're over there with their stuff.
Yeah, like I never
English.
really messed those up, but the yours threw me off in middle school.
Your and yours.
Well,
yours, your and yours.
Like
Your,
the yours messed me up
your.
because I don't know why the yours messed me up in middle school, but like nowadays I rarely ever get it wrong. And like I'm still wondering if that's like a struggle for people. Because I find more people who are the ones to call you out on it than those who make the mistakes. Like, there are those people who are just waiting for you to make the mistake and go, like you say your in a sentence, like, speak it, and they're like, you, Ari, apostrophe Ari. Like, yeah, so, gosh.
I say y'all a lot.
So, y'all is a word that I hate.
It's a southern word.
Well, here's the thing. I hate that word, but it's so useful of a word.
Yeah.
Because you all, or like all of you, like just y'all.
Y'all over there.
I made this joke to a couple. Well, I asked this question to the people up at my church at the Oconee campus. We were talking about like weird things that like Americans have to say, like y'all, yee and stuff like that.
Yee.
And I said, just imagine you immigrate to America. You just take all this time learning English, and it's like, and you've perfected it. You go to Georgia one day and someone yells, "Yeah, y'all," and you are just lost.
That's that happens a lot, but I found this out. Actually a little bit ago, but it wasn't like that significant. So, like we have country accents, the Japanese have country accents.
Well, most. Well, actually, I'm gonna say this. All languages have like region specific.
Yes.
But it's not like our Southern is not the same as their Southern.
Right. Yeah.
Like our Southern may be the same as their like Northern, or like or like some places even go as specific as like towns have dialects. Like I know like in Europe, some, well, not like all of Europe, but you know what I mean, like in like
Britain.
Yeah, and like Britain, in Ireland and Scotland area, they have different.
Britain and England is the same thing.
Britain and England are. UK is different.
Yeah, I know.
Because
Britain, I thought.
Britain. Hold on, I'm gonna.
Because I know England is England with London in it, but I thought is Britain. It's like that whole Pennsylvania, Philadelphia thing. Which one's a state? Which one's a city?
Yeah.
It's you're like,
is Britain the same? Wow, I just typed in is Britain the, and the first thing that came up the same as England.
There you go.
So we're not the only ones. Okay, so the UK is short for the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Quite a mouthful. So Britain is the country per se, and then England is a
like a state and a country. Okay.
I mean, it's called a kingdom, but yeah, our equivalent of a state.
I found this out the other day.
We're learning. Man, it's so funny because before this podcast, nothing really happened this week. Meanwhile, we're both like
talking about
unloading knowledge.
Yeah. The Irish potato famine. You know that?
Yes.
That was actually caused by the English. I didn't even know that. Apparently, they went in. It was either they burned all the crops, all the potato crops, or stole all the potato crops because they wanted them to buy. I believe they wanted them to buy stuff from England.
Yeah, sounds
and
about
then
right.
That's how, like, I forget what percentage of them died, and apparently they're still recovering from that.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, if you burn down someone's entire agricultural system, they kind of get a little jacked for a while.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, Nogla.
Dude, have you... Hold on, before we go, I know this is a Game Grumps joke, but hey, Billy, what was your favorite episode of the Scatterpot podcast? I like the episode where they talked about the B-movie and languages for a long time. We're 11 minutes in and we haven't touched a topic on the board. Except bees, we like a bumpkin.
I was going to mention, that's not the bees we're talking about. And then,
yeah, not the B movie, but B. That's still one of my favorite things. They still make that joke. Like, they'll be talking about something. It's like, hey, Billy, what's your favorite episode?
I like it when they talked about,
like, whatever.
Bees.
For a long time. No, but have you been, I've been telling you to watch this for a bit. Have you been watching the Vanos' Crew Minecraft videos?
I watched, no. But I watched a Vanos video recently. His editing has gotten... There's more editing than I'm used to. Like, I stopped watching him for, like, about a year, maybe, actually, 2 years or something. That
I think his editing's less.
Less?
Because you gotta remember what the crazy stuff that it would...
Oh, yeah, he would do...
Like, he would do screen overlays. Like, dude, they did... He used to do a lot, and I mean, I'm not like dogging him now. I still find his videos hilarious. Like, I still watch him regularly.
I wonder if he has an editor.
He does have an editor.
And then I know Mark. I started watching Markiplier again. His editing has gotten, like, there's like a lot of editing, and like every other, like, not every other minute, like I don't know if he's standing. It looks like he's standing when he plays video games, but I'm not sure.
It's weird. So there's been this craze in the tech community for things called up desks, which are desks that have a button that you can, like, have it go up.
Right.
And so a lot of YouTube creators have been standing more. Like, Jacksepticeye has an up desk, Markiplier has an up desk. And like, the thing is that, like, I understand if that's your job, you sometimes want to not just sit the whole time.
Yeah, sit the whole time, yeah.
And it's just, and so, yeah, like, it's weird. I mean, up desks, bro.
It's like there's people who sit on the yoga balls.
Yeah,
for work
yeah.
Or something.
I'm the guy with the pair of scissors near them. Just pop. Should we finally talk?
Yes.
So, let me quickly knock this out, dude. I'm done. I'm tired. But not like...
I would be too.
Like, yeah, so basically, long story short, I had to drive, literally right after my physics class, I had to drive out to Conyers, which isn't too terribly far, but, like, it was a good 50-minute drive from GDC. So I drive out to Conyers, and then from Conyers, I had to drive up to Columbus. And then as soon as I got to Columbus, I had to hightail it and head back to Conyers. Then from Conyers to home, and I was exhausted because I texted you this during the drive. I hit Atlanta area at the worst time of day. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like
not moving for
I was actually just listening to podcasts the whole time.
Atlanta traffic. I haven't been down there at 5 o'clock. But just, like, the news reports.
Well, no, so you know what 20's like at 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Just imagine that on, like, a 4-lane scale.
Yeah, dude.
Imagine that on a 4-lane scale, yet nothing has changed. It's still bumper to bumper. No one's moving.
Like, that's so... There's someone's gonna have to try and fix that someday.
There's been a lot of things that people are saying, like, all major cities just need to shut down for like a year and just have people work on the infrastructure and get the roads figured out, because, dude, it's ridiculous.
If we could all agree, if
everyone could just agree
to just stop for a little bit and, like, increase everything, but then you'd wonder, how do we be getting income? But then it'd be pretty complicated.
It would no. There's no doubt that it would be complicated. It's just, dude,
it needs to be done.
It needs, because it's
one of those
bad.
things. Yeah.
And, like, even 124, they need to shut down 124 for a day and add a couple more lanes there.
Yeah, it's what.
Well, because the thing is that everything's on 124.
Yeah, I mean,
legit. Like, I could spend my entire life limiting myself to only driving to 124.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are full restaurants, there are fast food restaurants, there are every store, every kind of store I would need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's 2 movie theaters on that road.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything that I could ever need is on 124. The heck, there's a card show, there's a board game store.
It's not true.
Augie's?
Not Augie's. I'm talking about. There's not every store that you need, Kane.
What store do I need?
What about Pika Pika?
Pika Pika? It would that would be something I could live my life. It would be a hard life, but I could live. I could live without Pika Pika.
What if they built a Pika Pika smack dab in the middle of 124?
Like on the median?
Yes.
It's just the lady.
The drive-through.
No, it's the lady who runs it just with a cart. With Ramune sodas. Just
just.
Dude, it's funny. There haven't been a lot of new anime pops coming out, which is usually what I get at Pika Pika, besides Ramune sodas. So right now I just go there for the sodas.
I'm thinking about just going there and buying all the sodas they have. Cause
dude, I haven't decided. I think orange is my favorite flavor of the sodas.
Orange? I haven't tried orange.
I mean, it's still the same as every other flavor.
It's just orange.
It's just a crisp Sprite, but
yeah, that's basic. It's a.
But I think orange, and I mean that's because I love orange flavored drinks. But like it's funny because you realize how useless the color are in flavored drinks.
Yeah.
When you have Ramune, because it's all just clear.
Yeah.
You're just like.
Yeah.
You're like, huh? So this is and I look at this and I'm like, oh, so this is useless. The orange is
orange flavored, colorless.
Yeah, and so legit every time I'm up at Sugarloaf Mills Mall, I'll just stop there, grab a soda.
Yeah, I haven't been up there in a little bit.
I haven't been up there since I got Pops on that top row right below the Charmander and Squirtle. That's the last time I was up at Sugarloaf Mills Mall, which would have been back in like July. Yeah, around the time San Diego Comic-Con. That's when I last went. Yeah, but I haven't been up there since. But dude, I just grab a soda, pop it, and chug.
I'm trying to decide which figure to get from Konosuba next.
I mean, you have to try to get Megumin.
I
know she's so expensive. But I thought you said you were going for Darkness next.
I was, but then it said, it's not that it doesn't have Prime, because Aqua didn't have Prime, but it got shipped in like 2 days, so it was there by Wednesday. But this one says it'll be like here in the middle of September, so I was like,
That's not too far away.
Yeah.
Like we have like a week left in August.
I'm getting one from Japan. Normally it says it takes like a long time.
Gosh, I don't know about you, but like I've ordered one figure thing from Japan and it took 5 ever.
It only took me like 2.5 weeks actually.
Mine took about a month.
Because I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just like. Yeah, they put the receipt. The one that I got, they put the receipt in there from where they got it.
No, dude, mine just had like an order form, like a formal like shipping order thing, which is still kind of rare for online Amazon orders, because most of the time on Amazon orders they're just like. But yeah, no, it was what I ordered was the Callie and Marie Splatoon 1 double amiibo pack, because it was in America for like 2 weeks and I couldn't find it anywhere, and it was relatively like it was like, I think the pack itself cost about $25,
right? And
I saw it online from Japan for like 35, and I'm like, that's fine for me. Like I love Splatoon, I need to get this, and now that pack sells for like $100.
There you go.
So I'm like, woo. And then when the Pearl and Marina one came out, Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, they got away with that.
Yeah, when the Pearl and Marina ones came out, legit, I didn't even try to look for them. I just ordered when they were distributed in America. I just ordered them off Amazon. Just like that's the thing. I love searching. But you know this, but probably not our viewers. I was a huge advocate for Skylanders. Only the first 4 games, because those are the good ones. Screw you, Superchargers and Imaginators. That's what I don't remember. I don't even remember what the newest one was called, but it was like you could design your own Skylander.
I remember seeing commercials.
Yeah, like you could get like a crystal and you put it on the portal and you could design your own character. The only thing I thought that was cool though is that you could go to Toys for Bob's website and order a 3D print of your character.
Oh.
That's what I thought was cool. You could actually you did it from the game. You put your character on the portal and you could hit a couple buttons and you could get a 3D print in a dome sent to you, and it's your character. Like, it has the chip and everything. So you can just
That's pretty convenient.
And I'm like that, because when they announced it, I'm like, that would be cool if you 3D prints them, and then the 3D printed them. I'm like, oh, okay. But, I still didn't bother with it, because I was done. But my favorite part of that stuff, I could have ordered all of them on Amazon.
Right.
Because Amazon was around at that time. But it was so much fun for me to, hunt them down,
yeah.
I was calling stores. Oh, the AC just kicked on.
I was like,
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, we're about to die. Yeah, and I would just call when a new character would release, or a new wave of characters would release. I'd be calling up Target, GameStop, placing holds, finding out when shippings would come. Dude, it was so much fun. But nowadays I'm lazy, and I'm just just a new thing releases and just order on Amazon. I still sometimes try to hunt down Funko Pops just for the fun of it. But then there's times where I'm just like
the soldier you had in your hand.
Gosh, that was before I even collected Pops. So
yeah.
But it's funny. That's not even my biggest regret as a Funko collector.
Really?
My biggest regret. So Barnes and Noble, right over here by my house. This was around the time when I first got into My Hero Academia. Okay. And I was a huge fan, and I loved the show. And another show that I had watched at the time was Cowboy Bebop, which I liked. I
haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
I love Cowboy Bebop. I honestly do. I understand the hype. I do. I have a pop for Cowboy Bebop somewhere in this room.
You should watch JoJo.
JoJo.
I finished the first half of this season, second season.
Yeah. But no, so my biggest regret as a pop collector was that at Barnes & Noble, I'd be walking around and I'd see a Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. And the thing is that Spike Spiegel and Deku have similar hairstyles.
Right.
It's both green and just poof. So I always would confuse it for Deku. So I always looked at it and I'm like, I'm not really feeling that right now. I'm not feeling that. And I knew that its 20th anniversary was coming up, or 25th, I can't remember. But it's like, I'll buy this pop when the 20th anniversary happens. Before the 20th anniversary happened, they vaulted the Spike Spiegel pop. And it's worth a lot of money. The Soldier Pops aren't worth that much anymore because they've released Summer 76 and stuff like that. But and they released new Cowboy Bebop Pops, not a single Spike Spiegel. The only Spike Spiegel they have is the one that I passed up on at Barnes & Noble 3 separate times.
Yeah,
that's my biggest regret.
You gotta wonder how many people have them and don't even know how much it's worth.
Oh no, that
probably happens so often.
Well, it's because not everyone has an app to track their values and such. And yeah, dude, it's intense. And I got I think I told you about this last time. I got my full Cowling Deku. It's up there in between the other 2 Dekus. Yeah, he glows in the dark.
You have 4 Dekus.
Oh yeah, onesie Deku.
Onesie.
Onesie Deku.
Golly, dude. That first season was nothing but crying. And then they made fun of themselves for having so much crying.
Well, the thing is that in the manga he cries.
It's like...
It's so... my favorite meme that came out around that time was it was an episode from SpongeBob, and it was Squidward talking to SpongeBob. But SpongeBob's face had Deku's face over it, and Squidward's face had Aizawa's face. And he goes... 32 times. You've cried 32 times a day, and it's not even noon. It's just...
Yep. That
was Deku.
That was... Yeah.
And he still cries, but now it's like manly crying, like screaming.
Yeah. No, yeah. I wonder how long they're gonna milk this series.
I don't know. Well, because the thing is that like, I don't like. It's hard to tell when a creator, like let's say Kohei Horikoshi, the manga author, we don't know how far he originally planned this story to go.
Exactly. And
it's hard to tell how much of this is new stuff he's adding along the way. And like, dude, I don't know, but let me just say, from what I've read in the manga so far, bring it on. I'm looking forward to all of it. Like, it doesn't look like this season, if they do it justice, season 4 is going to be... I'll say this, season 4 part 1, like the first half of it.
Yeah, first half, yeah.
Or heck, they may make it the whole season. I don't know how they're going to do it, but if they do the this one arc justice, it's going to be the best part of My Hero Academia so far. It's just true. It's like if they do this justice, it's going to be amazing. Yeah, no, all right. So what was that?
That was the road trip.
That was one topic. All right, let's hit the big story of the week. Huber, what's the biggest thing that happened this week besides the bees?
MCU wants more money, and Sony said no. That's it. That's the end of story.
End of story.
Next.
No. So yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Allegedly, well, first off, so I went through an emotional roller coaster on the day that was announced, because first thing that released was an Instagram post on the Marvel page saying, we're re-releasing Far From Home in theaters for one weekend with extra footage. Same thing they did with Endgame. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, if they do a cool poster like they did for the Endgame one, I'll go see it for free again. And next, like 20 to 30 minutes later, the article broke on Deadline of the whole, like, Sony leaving the MCU. So I went from, like, oh, that's cool, to, like, oh.
What?
Yeah. You and I have talked about this extensively off the podcast. So, like, basically where Huber and I both lie, we both believe it's it's Disney's fault, not Marvel. It's Disney's fault.
Yeah.
We believe Sony's in the right here because, I mean, they just
Disney just wants money.
Disney wants more money.
They already have, like,
Disney wants
so
more
much
money, and Huber and I both talked about this. As I said, we both mentioned that Disney could afford to bite the bullet on Spider-Man.
Yeah, if they wanted to.
Like, they can do that. And it's we believe Disney's in the wrong. Yeah, that's basically our thoughts. We believe Disney's in the wrong. We believe Sony's in the right. We hope it gets resolved and, like, something works out. But, like, Sony made an official statement saying that apparently Kevin Feige has been doing and helping on all the Spider-Man movies, even, like, the Sony solo ones. But, like, he wasn't being credited for any of it.
What?
Well, no, like, apparently he didn't want to be credited for it.
Oh, he wanted.
But like, it's hard to tell, because just imagine, it's like, hey, you know those Spider-Man movies you loved and also the ones you hated? Kevin was a part of them. So, like, I don't know how much weight I'd put in that, but, like, people, like, so they were thinking Kevin Feige, and, like, they were saying Kevin Feige's too busy with all the new heroes they've acquired, and I'm like, that's no. And that's just it. It's like there's just not, like, it's hard to tell because we're only getting snippets of information from this.
Right. We're gonna let a week go by, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it gets resolved because I love me some Spider-Man.
I don't really like Spider-Man, in all honesty.
Really?
I like him.
Well, hold on. Do you not like this version of Spider-Man, or do you just not like Spider-Man in general?
I mean, he's cool. I don't really like Spider-Man in general. He's cool. I like his abilities and stuff, but like his, not backstory per se, but I guess it's because they've remade it so many times. It's just like, okay, I get it. Uncle Ben dies.
Well, they didn't do that with this newest version.
That's true. They didn't do it with this one. But all the memes are like, when you're gonna get remade.
Well, and the thing is, well, Sony apparently is gonna still use Tom Holland, so they probably won't. They won't. I mean, unless all of a sudden just the beginning of the next Spider-Man movie just begins with Uncle Ben just getting shot. Bang.
Boom. Nah, dude, Aunt May's gonna become like 12 years old, and then.
Yeah. I can't wait for. So, you know how the Spider-Man movies have been having the home theme, the Homecoming and Far From Home. People were saying the next one's gonna be Spider-Man homeless.
Spider-Man homeless.
And I thought that was funny. I thought that was pretty funny. And it was just a picture of a person in New York wearing a Spider-Man suit with like a cup. And I thought that was funny. I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny. That's good job. That's pretty fun. That's pretty funny. This is brand new news. So, D23 is going on. D23.
You doing?
Well, no, I'm just holding this.
Oh,
right now.
I was like,
D23 is like Disney's like expo, a Disney expo for Disney things.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, I know.
More money for them.
I was about to say,
bro. Okay.
And so they announced a bunch of things. First off, they announced a live-action Lady and the Tramp movie.
Wait a minute.
What?
So Disney, it was basically just movies, essentially.
Oh, it used to be video games as well, but Disney hasn't really made a video game in a while. But it's mainly movies and TV shows.
They made an entire expo out of that.
It's been an expo for years.
What?
Yeah, D20. Hold on.
I've never heard D20.
D23.
D23, sorry.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
I said D20 because of the stupid dice. Or die.
First, D23. Yeah, apparently.
Like Comic-Con here in Atlanta.
Yeah, 2009 was the first D23 Expo.
2009, huh?
So yeah, they're like 10 years old this year. So they talked about a bunch of things. They released trailers for The Mandalorian, which is their new Star Wars Disney Plus series. Yeah.
They better not mess that up, because I really like the Mandalorians. I like the entire story with them.
Well, so like the thing is that the trailer, it's hard to judge Star Wars things by their trailers,
right?
Because they never give you any, like, there's never any real speaking involved. It's usually just like character does cool. Like, it's hard to tell because it's just the way Disney, well, Star Wars, Lucasfilms makes their trailers. It's very weird. So yeah, that they showed a trailer for that. They announced a Lady and the Tramp exclusive movie on there, and I'm like, oh gosh, a live action Lady and the Tramp.
Oh movie. No, they just put two dogs, and then.
Well, it's funny. So like the thing is that it looked really good until you can tell when they replace the dog with the CGI puppet to make the mouth move. Yeah, it's. Like, because, I mean, they just legit had dogs running around on set, and, like, you could tell they, like, trained the dog, and it would, like, run. And I'm like, you know, this could actually be fine. And then the first one speaks, and I'm like, Jesus!
Oh, is it like the, it's still the real dog, but it's like, there's, like, a projected thing on him? No?
Well, like, it's like, well, so it looks like they digitally replaced the face.
Okay.
And let them make the mouth move, which doesn't look normal.
So is the dog still there or no?
So in some of the shots in the trailer, because I watched this trailer like extensively, like the Cats trailer.
It's a beautiful movie.
So what it is?
Is that coming out in America, or is that just an England thing?
Cats is an American production. You little turd.
I just saw something on the Oscast about it, and I thought it was just
no
England exclusive or something.
I mean, there's a lot of British people in it, but like
Taylor Swift is in it.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
No, so the thing is that so in some of the shots it looked like the dog's body was still there. And they just digitally replaced the head. But then there's some shots where they definitely replaced the whole dog. And you could tell. Like it was in some of the more heavy running scenes. Like you could tell they just got rid of the dog. Like there was no dog there and they just kind of and I was just like uncomfortable with it, and I'm like, But big news, they announced not one,
not two, but 4.
But 3 new Marvel Disney Plus shows.
TV shows?
Yes, for Disney Plus, their streaming service.
Oh, they're streaming, yes.
Yeah. More money.
Yes.
So the thing is that currently, I'm gonna pull this up because I don't wanna mess something up. D23 recap. But like, so at Comic-Con they announced a bunch of TV shows. Disney owns National Geographic.
I didn't even know that. When did they acquire that?
I don't know. I just saw a picture and it was like all the things they owned, and it had like Star Wars and Marvel and all that. And then just, oh gosh,
bro, the fact that they own so much.
I know. Just let me. Disney Plus Marvel.
They're unstoppable.
Just buy Sony.
They're gonna buy the government.
Dude.
Disney is the new government. Mandatory Disney movie watch time.
Oh my god.
That'd be actually AIDS.
I'm trying to find. Just talk up the people while I try to find this picture.
So, going back to the bees topic, actually, in Minecraft, it was completely random. Actually, essentially, I think that's what I read. It was out of the blue. No update from the developer or anything. They just said, "Hey, here's an update," and there were bees in Minecraft. Yes. So, yeah, I don't know what the bees do. I'm assuming that there's honey, but I don't know. I'm assuming that they're hives, but I don't know.
I think they're gonna work like the bees in Don't Starve, in the sense that you'll find their hives on the ground, and they'll be peaceful until you hit one, and then they turn into a flock of cuckoos from Legend of Zelda, and you just get
obliterated.
All right, so I found what I was looking for. So they announced 3 new TV shows for Phase 4 of Disney Plus's TV series.
Phase 4.
And so, like, the thing is that, let's cover the ones they've already discussed. They announced Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Which is going to be Falcon taking the mantle of Captain America along with Winter Soldier. And apparently Zemo, the villain from Civil War, is back.
There's a villain in Civil War?
Remember the little guy that's like the one they're chasing the whole time?
Well, I don't remember that.
Like, all right, so he's the guy that finds the book with all the words that makes Bucky go insane, and it's like, and he tells them to him. And then he goes to the lab where more Winter Soldiers were made, but he just shoots them all in the head. And then he tries to kill himself, but then Black Panther's like, no, I have a movie. I have a movie coming out.
I have the best movie ever made.
Yeah. So apparently Zemo's gonna be back for that. Then there is a WandaVision show starring Wanda Maximoff and Vision, who's still dead.
It's in the past, Kane. Come on now.
No. Apparently this is going to tie in directly with the new Doctor Strange movie.
What?
And so everyone's like, how does... And it's funny. So at Comic-Con, Paul Bettany, who plays Vision's there. And everyone's like, so how do you come back? And he says, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have no clue. he says, they haven't told me yet.
They haven't told me anything. There's no way for him to come back. And that's subconsciously he does whatever. What's that villain's name in not the second Avengers movie?
Ultron.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron.
Ultron. There you go. Well, it'd probably do something like he did and go into like a network or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe he's like.
That's about
well,
it.
the thing is, this is gonna be this is technically the second time that Jarvis has died. Because he died in Age of Ultron, if you remember, but he like hid himself away in one little.
I'm hidden.
Yeah. And then after that, there's the Loki show, which apparently is taking place in the timeline, because we're at that point now in the MCU.
Yeah.
In the timeline where he takes the Time Stone during 2012 and just zips around. This not the Time Stone, the Space Stone.
The one in Endgame or the one.
Remember in Endgame when they go to get the Tesseract? Yeah. It's that Loki, the Loki that stole the Tesseract. Apparently, it's that Loki in his journey, and I think I know exactly the reason why this Loki show exists, just to make people believe that Loki would come back after Infinity War or something like that. Because apparently this is only gonna be like a 6-episode show.
Oh,
like it's a mini series, and I'm like, dude, it was definitely like, hey, we're gonna announce a Loki show, so they think you're coming back. And then you're just not. Then you're not.
And then
then they announced What If, which is going to be an animated show, which is sort of the hypothetical. It's the What If series in comics. Like it would be stuff like What If,
right?
For example, like what's a good one? Like what if like I was about to say what if Captain America was worthy to wield Mjolnir, but he is. It's like what if Tony Stark picked up Mjolnir or stuff like that. Like it's what if scenarios, and it's gonna be quick little animated things like like what if this happened. Then they announced Hawkeye, which is going to be Hawkeye raising his daughter to be the next version of Hawkeye, pretty much
female Hawkeye.
Dude, they're doing a lot of female characters coming soon. Then here are the 3 new ones they announced, and I'm gonna save the one I'm most excited for last.
Okay. So
they announced the second of these 3 new shows to come out is going to be Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight is.
Wait, how's night spelled? Like night, as in the nighttime?
No, like a
night.
A night.
Okay.
I was about to start. I'm pretty sure it's night, but like that. I was right. Okay.
Moon Knight. Okay.
Moon Knight, and he basically. Do you remember? What's the best way to describe what Moon Knight looks like? Do you remember that Cyanide and Happiness sketch of the KKK man? The superhero KKK.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
That's amazing.
I'm not too familiar with his powers or his backstory or anything
White
like that.
Flight.
White Flight. But like, yeah, so people are saying that Moon Knight's going to be played by Keanu Reeves, which would be hilarious.
That would be pretty good.
And then the third show that they announced is She-Hulk, which I don't know who they're going to make She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Like,
what is she gonna wear when she goes Hulk?
She-Hulk, her shirt stays on.
That's what I have to assume. But like, not once did the Hulk shirt stay on. His pants stayed on.
Because comic books. and then my personal favorite one that I am so excited for. It's funny. I need to tell this to Caleb. This is like I just want to give a big screw you to Caleb, because we were talking about this character in particular, this superhero, and this is one of my, like, Marvel has released a bunch of newer superheroes, like like post 2014, I think. Yeah. And this is my favorite one of them. And Caleb's like, oh, she's never gonna become like she's not gonna join the MCU. And I'm like, she will eventually. And he's like, not anytime soon. And then they announced the show. And so I haven't talked to him yet. But I just need to go like, suck it! It is.
Sugma.
Sugma. It is Miss Marvel. Not Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
So,
Miss Marvel. Who's Marvel? Who's?
So all right. So
was someone named Marvel, right or no?
Well, okay. So
I'm so confused.
there's Marvel, who was the older lady in Captain Marvel.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's like she was the one that did the studies on the Tesseract, Marvel.
Right. Yeah.
And then Carol Danvers took the mantle of Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Marvel, but the thing is, Nick Fury says Marvel, and it is a Captain Marvel. But Miss Marvel is, so the story behind her. This character is, her name is Kamala Khan.
Okay.
She will be the first female Muslim superhero. Everyone's already saying that, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's. Okay, sure.
Sure. Diversity is diversity where it counts. So apparently, the story of Kamala Khan.
Apparently, you don't already have enough. Golly, dude.
This is the part of the podcast where Hubert and I shift into our old man white racist part.
Diversity is fine, but when you like.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Diversity is fine as long as you don't make a big deal of it.
It's like, yeah, exactly. I don't care if the man's black, white, Asian. I don't care.
But if you start
if you're like, she's Muslim. First off, guys, listen. She's a Muslim superhero.
Well, no, like, you can say that, but, like, you can't say first Muslim American female hero.
Yeah, it's like, okay. No one cares. It's like when they made Captain Marvel. Not OP per se, but what was this? There was a scene that, like, nobody liked.
In what, Captain Marvel or
I
Endgame?
So. It's where she was virtually uncontested in a fight, and she was basically just winning.
You may be thinking of the end of Captain Marvel when she finally uses like all her powers and just flies around, just goes. Boop, boop.
Yeah, I think that.
See. Okay, so I'm not gonna say who this was, but there's someone I know who is a flat Earth. Like a flat earther for real.
Okay.
And he believes, I'll say it's a he, because most of the people I know are he's. He believes in like the canopy theory. If that makes sense, like, well, like, and also the bowl theory, like
the bowl.
Like Antarctica's a wall surrounding us, and it's a bowl, and then there's like a firmament. That's what I'm thinking of. Like the atmosphere is like a bubble.
Right.
So when Captain Marvel, and I saw this with a group of people. I saw this again. I went with a group of friends all before in Endgame came out to go see Captain Marvel. Because they were apparently, I was binging it on my own time, but they were also binging it. So we all decided we would go together. And so the flat earther guy, like, and he's not like annoyingly flat earth, but if you ask him about it, he'll explain. He'll explain and explain like all of his, and I'm just like, dude, okay, you do you, bro, you do you. And that scene where you're talking about, where she like where she just is uncontested, flies up in the air, starts shooting things. Not me, but the person on the other side of the flat earther says, "So did she just break through the firmament?" And I just started laughing for the rest of the movie. Like, so did she just break through the firmament right there?
Why is it so round?
So I couldn't keep myself, like, I couldn't keep it contained. I found it too funny. But like, yeah, what was but Miss Marvel, she's a fan of Captain Marvel. And she's like really inspired by her, whatever. And basically, I don't know how they're gonna do it in the show, but in the comics, she gets hit by this gas that turns her into Miss Marvel per se. She sort of like, the best way to explain how her powers work per se. She has two different forms. She has Kamala Khan form, which is the normal girl, and then she has the Miss Marvel form, which is basically her just in a super suit, but she can use her power. Like she's very weird. It's like very semi like Shazam.
So this is a show or a movie?
This is gonna be a show.
Okay.
But you gotta remember these shows are canon in the MCU,
Right,
so she
right.
can show up later. And her powers. This is why she's one of my favorites. She's a pillow body, which are the people who can like stretch and like do weird things. Like they can make their fist really big, or they can like stretch out really. Like I love those kind of characters, like Mr. Plastic in the DC comics,
Or Mrs. Elastigirl.
Elastigirl. Boys became men. No. But and also one reason Miss Marvel especially has been on my mind recently. So I've been playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and she's easily my favorite character. And the reason because she's small and fast, but she's also like a tank because she can just literally. My favorite move is I literally just make both my fists big, and if I spam one button, I can just like sucker punch people. Or I can do a spinning kick, but my foot's like the size of a full-grown man. It's like Ms. Marvel. I'm looking forward to her being in the MCU. So what's that? Spider-Man? We're two down. Let's
We could do.
let's hit house sit real quick, cause you.
Oh. So yes, I'm house sitting. This weekend.
Dial this number and he'll house sit for you.
Yes, depending. But yes, I'm house sitting. I've house sat. I'm gonna try to remember everything. I've house sat 1, 2, 3. I think 4 or 5 times. It's not bad, right? It's not the worst thing. But a few times I've had to do it during school. That was like last semester. That was last semester. And then this is this weekend, so you have to spend the night, right? That's house sitting. Normally it depends on what they want, but normally you're supposed to stay at the house the entire time. And just take care of the dogs. Because normally they don't. That's the.
Yeah, no one ever just gets hired just a house.
Yeah, exactly.
You usually have to take care of the pet or something like that.
And that's basically. She has 2 old dogs, and that's literally what I'm taking care of. So she says whenever I can get in, I can, but I just have to sleep over there. So I have to sleep over there tonight. I didn't say that. Cut that. I have to sleep over there Saturday and Sunday. And yeah,
it's fine. No. It legit's fine because the only reason I would say let's not date him is because when we used to do you know what.
Oh, the 2-week ones.
What did you say?
I mean the 5-week ones.
When we recorded 20 episodes back to back to back to back. No,
I can only imagine.
Yeah, but now I don't really care if we date him because we're pretty close too. Like we record on these days and post on those days. I mean, yeah, we record on Saturdays.
Bandai Namco.
Bandai.
Excuse me, it's Japanese, isn't it? Bandai. Wait, Bandai?
Bandai Namco.
Is that not a Japanese company?
Yes, they are.
Such as Bandai.
No, it's Bandai.
They're gay then. They're not Japanese. Anyways,
wait, so like
the eyes are pronounced as E's.
Yeah, but there's an A there. Like Thai.
Namco. Anyways,
like Thai food. there's an A before that I.
They go back to the figures. They make higher quality figures, but those are the ones that cost like more. They do.
No, I agree with that. But like, I know we were talking about Disney being can we talk about how Bandai Namco is a monopoly?
Are they really?
Well, because you know the SAOMD game that we used to play back in the day? Bandai Namco owns that. But not only do they own that, they own multiple different mobile apps, pretty much the same, just for different anime series. Like, there's 2 Dragon Ball ones, there's a Naruto one, and all of them go back to Bandai. And then they make most anime games. Like, the My Hero Who Won Justice game is Bandai Namco. I don't know if they had a hand in Kill la Kill If. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I don't have that game yet anyways.
Yeah, I played the demo, and it's actually really fun. It's one of those games that I'm like, I'm not going to get this unless I know I'm going to. If you got it, I definitely get it, so I can clap your cheeks, because I've already figured out the...
You wouldn't learn clap Ryoko's cheeks.
What's that?
You wouldn't clap Ryoko's cheeks.
Ryoko would clap Ryoko's cheeks. Because in the demo, I could play as only Ryoko and Satsuki, so Ryoko would clap your cheeks.
Sister on... That's a spoiler.
Yeah. Spoiler for a show that's like 10 years old?
Probably.
Something you and I need to do. Okay? In September. Maybe September. Maybe October. I'm looking this up right now.
When's the Megumi movie coming out? They released in a trailer.
It comes out in 2019, but that's in Japan. Okay, so
I'm flying to Japan to watch it.
There's not going to be subtitles in Japan.
I don't need subtitles. I'll understand like 3 words in the entire movie.
Yeah, okay, so in September, I was right, mid to late September, there is an anime film coming out. Okay? Called Promare.
Your name. Okay.
No. Promare is a I don't know what it's about. People say it's about firefighters.
What the crap?
But I have no clue. And the only reason I even want to see it is that its art style is amazing. And I looked it up. The people who made Promare are the same people. It's Studio Trigger, who did Kill la Kill and like Gurren Lagann, like those shows with really stunning art styles. So we need to go see that film, because like...
Is it like the Red Blood Cell movie or anime show? Have you heard of that?
Yeah, Cells at Work or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to like contribute to the like Promare thing that I was talking about literally just then.
No, I was mentioning that because that's like an educational thing. So I was wondering if this is educational or whatever.
I doubt this show about firefighters is educational. Now, I mean, I've been wrong before. Like, I mean, I think I saw one like clip from this, and I'm pretty sure I saw a mecha.
What the crap? It's gonna be mechas fighting fires. That's the whole movie.
And it makes sense that Trigger also did Gurren Lagann, which was like, look at this art style.
I think I've seen. Hold on. That's what the.
Hold on. I'm just like.
Oh. That's the firefighter one.
Yeah, this is Promare.
What in the world?
Yeah. Like.
That's a lot of colors.
A lot of colors. And apparently, like, yeah.
Golly.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah, there is a mecha. I can see it. There's definitely a mecha. The fire trucks are bulldozers, pretty much. One of them has a giant cannon on top. So I think it's very educational. Shoot the water. Shoot.
The house is obliterated.
I was about to say. No, so I'm definitely going to see that, but maybe you and I can go see that together and talk about it on this podcast. Speaking of movies, I'm going to hit this. Ready or Not.
Here I come.
That's what she said. The hide and seek murder movie. It's good. I really enjoyed it. My only problem I had with it is I thought so this isn't spoilers, but the movie, this rich family, every time someone gets married in the family, they have to play a game. And this girl, her game, she gets this hide and seek, and then the whole family tries to kill her. I thought going into the movie that whatever game they pulled was a murder version of it. So I was waiting for like spin-offs like Checkmate, King Me, Old Mate, like just I was waiting for all these, like, I was waiting for all these murder board game spin-offs. But apparently it's only hide and seek. That's the murder one. And I was really disappointed. I was like, come on. It's a really good movie. If you're old enough to see an R-rated movie, I'd recommend seeing it.
Don't go without your parents.
Don't go without your parents. Noah Davis.
Yeah, Noah.
We know you're a child.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, it's actually a really good movie. I laughed a lot. Sometimes when I was supposed to, I think sometimes I wasn't supposed to. Because the thing is that, like, there's a scene where one character gets punched in the face really hard. And I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be funny or not. And also, I should mention this kid, the person who gets punched in the face is, like, 10.
Oh, my gosh.
And I thought it was hilarious.
Was there any mention of Fortnite in this movie?
No. No mention of Fortnite. No flossing.
No flossing, no
nothing.
nothing.
But 100% rich murder family.
That's what I would do if I was rich.
Yeah. And it's a really enjoyable movie. I laughed at it. It's a really good movie. I like it. It's actually really good. I enjoyed it a lot. The ending, I was no
spoilers.
No spoilers. But, like, the thing is not even, like, the ending. Like, the thing is that the trailers are, like, with an ending so shocking. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, no. I pieced all of this together, like. And I was like, and there was one thing that you think is, like, Kinsley and I were both sitting there and we're like, I thought this was supposed to be the big shocking moment.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, not really. And then, literally the last 5 minutes happen. And it's not like... It's not like, oh my gosh, my eyes are open to this whole new world. Something shocking happens in the last 5 minutes. And like, legit, for the last 5 minutes, Kinsley and I were just like, and like laughing as it was happening.
Was it a pun or something shocking?
No, shocking is not a pun.
Oof.
I did. Alright, so this is fun. I did, in that whole spiel of the movie, I did spoil. Huber, we have so many Alright, we'll cover that and then we'll end it after I finish this real quick. But basically, I will say, go see this movie and watch back what I said about this movie. Because I did reference what happened in the last 5 minutes during my spiel in this episode. At least I think I did.
They go back to playing board games.
The game, it ends and it's just like, tag, I found you.
It's VR.
Well, I was asking him, like, do they have ABC based on me rules? Is there a place in the house where I can just, like, ABC based on me? And they just, like, drop all their guns.
Ah, man.
Dang it. Alright, so yeah, last thing we're going to talk about. Huber and I are thinking about becoming bougie and Gucci.
Earbud.
You said that, like, I know that's what you wrote down, but you said it like you were trying to, like, figure it out for the earbud.
Earbud? What does that mean?
Huber and I had this discussion on the podcast. Him and I are both thinking about making the switch to fully wireless earbuds.
I want brain cancer, so that's basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it.
I mean, because the thing is that, like, I miss, like, properly, like, here's the thing, the whole, like, not being able to charge while listening is never a problem except when I'm, like, in my bed watching stuff.
Yeah. You're just like,
So, I mean, it really never is a problem because in my car I have a wireless charger and stuff like that, like. But yeah, Huber and I are both making the switch to wireless earbuds. Now, which Huber?
What?
Alright, so no one else can see that, but you know that you just drew. What? Oh, I know what you're doing. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, that's the worst version of that I've seen. Like, dude, there's not a second in my mind that I think
it's a rat.
Yeah, that's a rat for sure. No,
Ratatouille.
I love Ratatouille.
That's That's
Remy.
Remy. I was gonna say Emile. That's Remy.
Yeah, that's the fat brother.
Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, that's Remy from Ratatouille. But no, so Hubert, that thing that you initially...
That's how you spell wee wee.
It really isn't, though.
Is it not? Are you sure?
It's like O-U-I.
Oh, you're right. It's O. Frick.
Just letting you know, you spelled way. way. You tried to spell wee wee.
He's from the countryside.
And he spelled W-E-I.
Wee.
Way. No, but that thing you initially drew, remember when you and a couple others drew that on the back windows of my car?
Yes.
It's still there.
Good.
Like, I was driving from Columbus and the sun, like, hit the window and I look back and I'm like, what the? It's still there. So I hope you guys are proud of your work.
I am very proud.
Yeah, but, we're planning on getting wireless earbuds. I think we both semi-decided that we're probably going to go with Apple's AirBuds.
That's right. I don't want to spend $150, but you never know.
And my reason for choosing AirBuds is the convenience. I have a MacBook. I have a phone. I have an iPhone. It's just going to be easy and convenient. And then, like, most of the other wireless earbuds, once you get to ones that are really, really good, they cost just the same. Or, like, the only ones that I even considered potentially were the Galaxy Buds.
Mm-hmm.
The Galaxy Buds are, like, useless on any other phone besides the Galaxies. So, might as well use the iPhone whilst I has it.
Whilst.
Yeah.
I wonder if y'all can hear me from this side of the mic. Probably, but not as quiet or not as loud. But as I turn,
definitely not.
You can hear me better.
Oh, you and I well, you're house sitting today, so probably not soon. You and I need to play GTA because that secret item. I finally got it.
Secret item.
Remember, I was telling you I was doing the grind.
Oh.
And the grind's gotten a lot harder since I can only win 3 times.
And
here's the thing. So I got the item.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to go customize it. I'll say
Mm-hmm.
that much. And I couldn't just customize it. I needed other things. And so I'm going to probably... I'm like, it's fine. I won't customize it now. But I will definitely save up money while just chilling and just...
Is it that orbital airstrike?
No.
Oh.
I was thinking of that, but no, it's pretty funny.
It doesn't happen. It costs a lot of money. It takes forever to charge. But it's the funniest thing when someone spends that much money just to kill you.
Yeah, I know. What I find funny about my GTA 5 character right now is I'm a bum pretty much. Like, I'm poorly shaven. I always have a black eye because, ooh. My right ear just went quiet for a second. Yeah. You know those moments where you just, like, stop hearing it.
You're like, yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, no. Oh, God. No, my GTA 5 character, like, he's a bum. He always has a black eye. Because I never do things legally. I own the biggest penthouse you can possibly get. I own the oppressor, the rocket bike, and then I own this new thing.
Is it a terabyte?
No. You need the terabyte.
Yeah.
Well, because the thing is that, like, the oppressor, I could have just had the oppressor and been fine with it.
Yeah.
But then to summon it, you need the terabyte, and I'm like, why are you making it so complicated? And this one I can summon, which is good. I just can't customize it yet. Any guesses on what it is?
Is it that humongous airstrip?
No.
Oh.
There's
like a 4-man airship,
hold on, are
dude.
you going to be at your house at all today?
Yeah.
Well, then we can hop on.
Yeah, I'll be after I head home from this. I'll hop on and see. And then I'm gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Okay, you do that.
Fortnite's the best game ever.
No.
All
right. Well, thank you all for watching listening to another episode of the Scatterpot podcast.
Cannon, where can they find us?
You can find this. Apparently, I figured this out. We're on iHeartRadio app.
Yeah,
I found that. I didn't need to apply for that because legit. I was trying to figure out what episode it was, so I googled Scatterpot podcast, and I see our iTunes link. No Google Play link. Google Play, we have no traffic there, and like I see our SoundCloud link, and then a little further down, I see the iHeartRadio app, and I'm like, what?
Someone probably uploaded it.
No, like all our episodes are up there. So I don't know if it's like connected to the iTunes thing or something like that. It might be. So you can find us at all those lovely places that I previously mentioned at Scatterpot Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at The Scatterpot Podcast, and our Instagram is Scatterpot_podcast, which reminds me I have to take a picture because we are the worst social media managers of all time. Thank you all for joining us, and what are you... Hold on. Pause for a second. I'm just... Huber's doing something over here. Yeah, he's drawing a raindrop, 2 eyes, nose, a tooth, a singular tooth.
No.
Oh, is that a tunge?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, he drew a hageo for all of you that know what a hageo is.
Go.
Okay.
That's it.
The mouth is more open than that.
I'm not.
The mouth is more like a...
It's like a whale.
like a whale. All right, well, thank you all for joining us.
Bye!
Bye!